Here's an extended center drill. Once in a while you need one just to get in where you need to get in. So this is one I made quite some time ago, and what I've done is I've drilled a hole with as close a slip fit as I could get for the center drill, and then I put a little braze on it to hold it in position. And I would usually look for a center drill that has broken off on one end, because why waste a good end of a center drill because it's not coming out once it's in. So I've got another idea now that looks like it's going to work. I've got a center drill here and it's good on both ends, and I think I found a way to put it in there so it does not come out and is perfectly functional, and when the end breaks you're able to get it back out again, turn it around and use the other end of it. And I'll show you what I'm thinking about here. I've got a piece of 5/16 round rod in the chuck here. I'm going to face that off, and I'm going to get a small center drill and put a hole in one end. Now the center drill that we're working with has a diameter of 0.1576 inches. The drill bit that I'm going to use is 1.157 inches, or that's a number 22 drill. Now that's going to be a little small. It's going to be hard to get it in there, but I found a way. We put lots of oil on that drill. That's going to help us get on size. Okay, here's our piece of round stock with the hole in the end. And this is going to fit right in there after I heat that up. That's the plan. I think that's in far enough. That's a brass hammer so we don't damage the top of there, and we should be good. Now we can just shrink that on there, or you could just leave it by itself and eventually it will be touchable. Right now we don't want to touch that, but I think that's on there really nice and tight. Now this is a little bit on the long side, so I'm going to cut it off, and then we'll try this out and see how well it holds up. We're all set up. We put a little oil on this and see how we do here. could probably go just a little deeper with that. Well, maybe I should have been happy with how far we got with that, because I pushed a little too hard, went a little too deep on that, and we broke the center drill off. And these center drills I ordered from Amazon, they have been terrible. I would never buy them again from that company. They're too brittle. A good normal drill bit runs about 65 Rockwell. I think these are quite a bit harder than that. I have broken nearly half of them off. However, in this case, now we get a chance to see how well it removes from here. So we'll try that. Okay, we've left that sticking out of the vise a little bit so we don't get the vise itself sucking up all the heat. We'll heat that up and give it a pull and see what happens. And it's out of there, and the other end does not look damaged. While that was still warm, I heated it up some more, turned the center drill around and put it in the other way. And note that if you get it cherry red, it slides in. You don't even need the hammer. But I give it a tap anyway. Well, I noticed something when I watched the video. When I initially put this in the lathe and faced off the center and went to center drill it, there was a small amount here. My tool that I faced off with wasn't quite on center, and left a little bump there, and the center drill moved over. Consequently, this was not quite on center, and you probably noticed that when it was in the mill turning. That may have contributed to these center drills breaking the point off, although I have had a lot of trouble with them. Anyway, the main point of the whole thing is that heating it up and putting it in works, and you can get it out again and it's going to work again, and you don't have to put any weld on it or any braze on it. So I think it's basically a pretty good idea, especially because you get to use both ends of this.